Salut survivors, welcome back to SolutOdka's channel in a brand new medieval dynasty playthrough. During this series, I will be playing as Rasimir, of course, but not a conventional one. I also come from distant lands, but I have a mission, which is to build a self-sustainable hamlet in a remote area, to preserve our secret society, the Templars of the Sun. This story is inspired from real-life stories about the Middle-aged Templars, but is purely fiction and should not be related to real-life events. Therefore, I will be playing the start of the game, trying to establish this hamlet in the mountains, and I have modified the game settings to fit into this playthrough, to make it at the same time harder for the colony and less grindy to progress and unlock new technologies. It is intended to permit new players to learn the ropes, while at the same time provide entertainment to everyone, including the more experienced medieval dynasty players. With no further ado, let's start our adventure. So I have first gathered a couple of sticks, couple of stones, so that I can craft, right off the bat, one first stone axe, so I can chop a tree, obviously. And with the other stones, we will then craft stone knives to be able to get an initial cash. Early in the game, you can sell stone knives and wooden hoes. Those are the two easy to do recipes. Stone knives is easier, it brings more money. However, it's requiring stones and it's much harder to find stones. Now let's chop 2 trees. Now, thanks to these trees, I'll prepare a few weapons. I like to do 3 spears right off the bat, so in case you have a problem, you can fight. And also in this playthrough, we will build in the mountains. We will likely encounter some wolves and other threats, so better be equipped. Now you can see here I'm leveling up pretty fast because I have put the XP, technology gain, dynasty reputation gain, and all these gains at 300% in order to level up faster, obviously, and be able to unlock technologies faster. At the same time, I have also increased by 300% the villager needs in terms of food, water, and firewood, so that for the community development, I will overall unlock faster new technologies, but I will also have a higher requirement for my villagers. So let's go talk to Unigost first to get started here. Unigost, here we are. We just arrived in the valley. So I'm not going to go through the story. One, to not have any spoilers for people here, for the new players at least. 1 and 2, because in this series I'm not going to play really that story per se, because I have my own story. I am from the secret society of the Templars of the Sun. So we'll talk more about these Templars of the Sun later. But it's a secret society, so no one in that village knows yet about it. And our new villagers who will join us, they will then learn about it. So let's do the beginner quests here. Good. Now the next quest here is basically asking us to chop trees, make a hammer. That's all what we need in order to build our first house. We will not build our first house around here. We are going to prepare everything we need and go in the mountains, and then, and only then, we will build our first house. So obviously I'm already encumbered, and in order to solve this encumbrance problem, I'm going to craft tools and sell them. So let's make plenty of wooden hoes for now, stone knives, and we will sell all of that. So let's sell the first bunch of stuff to Dobroniga.
Whatever you need, I've got it.
I know. For now, we don't need anything yet.
Goodbye.
So let's go get these straws, and we will take more than we need because we are going to build in the mountains. So we will be pretty far from having any reeds nearby, and I don't want to have to go get reeds all the time. So let's get a bunch. Okay, so we have more than 130 straws. That's largely enough for now. Let's move on. We had chopped a couple of trees. Let's try to make some wooden hose out of them and sell them. Oh, here is our Jewel, the salesperson, Gertruda. Let's sell to her some stuff.
Have a good day.
Yes, thank you very much. Well, we are going to need to make more cash, so we'll drop here stuff that will be easy to pick up later on. And we are going to go try to go get some stones. Good. Now, all my stuff here, I'll be able to find it back by pressing Alt. When being in inspector mode, then you can see it all easily. So we'll pick all this back later. For now, let's go grab stones and make a bunch of stone knives. Now, I know multiple people will say that we can reduce the foliage in the game settings and see stones easier. However, I really like how the game looks, right? And I prefer not to reduce the foliage. So we'll do it a little bit the hard way here. Okay, so I was able to craft a bunch of knives. I think in this town they won't have any supplies of knives problem. Okay, where are all these knives? Here, stone knife, 23 knife, 460, so we have now 900 cash. If I do all that, because I would like to get enough cash to be able to get started with the farm when we are at our village in a remote area. That will be kind of difficult. So let's try to get all we need as much as we can. So I would like 10 seeds of flax. Good. 10 seeds of cabbage. And 10 seeds of oat. Good. So this will permit to get started with the initial farm, and obviously we need fertilizer. So we'll get 30 fertilizer. Goal is to do a simple little farm of 30 plots, 10 cabbages, 10 flax, and 10 oat. With that, under regular options or settings, you will unlock the buildings and everything you need to be able to kind of get started in the game. Here I have things a bit faster, so that will not be needed. I'm still too heavy. So before going to our village, we need to remove some stuff here. Well, first we can eat. Let's eat some apples. Some dried meat. Let's get a full belly. And then whatever is heavy that we don't really need now, we'll leave it here. The mushrooms, we'll keep the mushrooms. Because at a later stage in our story, we will need mushrooms to carry on some ceremonies and see some spirits. Okay, we are just at 34 kilos and we have all this here. A couple of stones, sticks, logs. Let's drink and let's go to our future Hamlet. Now, we are going to go in the mountains, but when you build, you need to have a relatively flat land, and it was not easy, but we are going to go somewhere there, in the between the mountains. Here there is a mine with bears, so we'll need to be careful. I think we'll follow here in this direction there, and then we will go south, and we will settle our hamlet in the mountains here. that will be far and remote from anything, but this way our society will be protected from any intruders. Now, let's go. Let's check we have a torch. Where is our torch? Here is our torch. We equip it with F. Now we have a torch ready when needed in F. We're good. Let's get all our skill points before going. Now, extraction. At the beginning, I'm going to do a lot of extractions. So to gain a lot of experience from it will be quite useful. Survival. Now, because when you unlock, say, the tier 1 with 1 point, it's unlocking tier 2, then here there is always a question, do you want to improve more the tier 1, or do you need to go into spending 1 point in tier 2, 1 point in tier 3 to rapidly unlock the tier 4? And here in this one, in the survival, because we will live in the mountains, I am thinking to unlock everything that will make us stronger to fight against wolves and nature. I think that's probably a good idea. There. Now at tier 3, I'll take survivalist. And then here, less stamina consumption during movement. We are going to run a lot until we get a mount. You know, we are far from getting a mount. Let's improve this max. Now, production, skill points. At the beginning we are going to craft a lot, and we will cook for our people. We will be the cook. But at the beginning, we'll do more crafting. Okay, let's just do that for now. Let's get going. Okay. Let's go to our Hamlet. In this game, it's really beautiful to observe landscapes at the different seasons. You know, you have some different colors in the lighting, in the landscape. That's really nice. So from the top of our mountain, we should have some really beautiful landscape, I hope. Here is our first sunset of the series. You can see a beautiful lake. That's awesome. I think here, down here, will be a really nice place for us to establish our secret society of the Templars of the Sun. Now, let's get to it. We are almost there. So something important is that nearby there are wolves, bears, and so on. So when we are going to build our first house and the buildings, it will prevent animals from spawning in this area. So it's kind of very important to be extremely careful right now. And I'd like to build the house before the night comes, because during the night I would like to chop trees, get wood and all this. So in the morning we will then be able to build the farm, the food storage, the resource storage. Okay, here it is. We cannot build at the top of the mountain, unfortunately, here. But here it's a little bit flatter, this area here. Look where we are, it's here. So here is a mine with bears, we need to be careful. Here are plenty of wolves, we need to be careful on this area. So this here is our place where we can build. I wish we could build on top of these mountains here and here, but it's very difficult. We'll be able to try there, but let's see where can we build. So for us to build, we'll need to first chop some wood. I will not remove the tree stumps so that the trees will regrow over time. So we can have a little bit of greenery in our hamlet. Let's get going with our first house. We are very heavy. I'm going to have a little drop off here for now. What can we drop here? Like the fertilizer? 15 kilos of fertilizer. Let's be careful where is it, huh? Yes, here. Close to these trees that I have chopped. Okay. Let's build our first house. Let's equip this hammer. So I'll do a basic house. Simple small house. So here I would love to be able to have the view on the east, you know, so we can see the sun every morning, ideally. Okay, I think that's what we can do here. Up. I will move the house, move the door on the opposite side. So for this, I will edit here, remove the door, just put a plain wall. For now, I'll just do what else. We'll see later to improve into better ones. And we will put a door here. Here will be our door. That will be our view every morning. That will be nice. Okay, so let's get going with our house. Now in terms of windows, we'll have one window on the back here to the village. Perhaps we could have another window. The thing is that the cooking pot will likely be, I guess, on when entering on the right. And here will be the bed. Look, let's just get going and build. Okay, so now we use the straws. We will drop our straws with the fertilizer. So multiple people would probably wonder why is it that I am chopping trees and building during the night. During the first season, I like to do that because during the first season we need to accomplish, in my opinion, multiple things to prepare for our community to thrive. And in order to have enough time to do all of these things during the first spring, well, I prefer to be working during the night. Now, looking forward, I will be sleeping every night, or most of the nights, but at the moment, for the start of the game, then I am working by night. Another thing also you might wonder is why is it that I'm not editing the house to, instead of being built in water, could be built in logs, in stone, and provide a better insulation? Yeah, why not? The issue for me is that actually later on you can rapidly unlock better houses. 1. 2, to find the houses or the logs would cost us a lot of time and would slow us down to unlock food storage, resource storage, build a farm, build houses for people to join us in our hamlet. So overall, I feel that's more efficient to simply build the simplest house and fastest house you can do in order to get going and rapidly build a community. Now it's only my way, but you have different ways to play the game, obviously, and me, I like to do this way. Nice, we have our first house in the middle of the night. Let's put all the stuff we have in our storage. We will be less encumbered. So let's see. Yeah, we got the beds here, and we got the cauldron on this side, where every morning we will then see a beautiful landscape from here. Nice. Let's empty our bags for now. I will keep the broadleaf plantain to be able to heal if things go bad. The daisy as well, daisy and broadleaf plantain, dandelion, all these provides healing. It's quite lightweight, so I will keep it as a healing solution. Food and everything for the fields I will empty here. The mushrooms, our sacred mushrooms, we will then keep them here. Okay, now I have put everything in storage here, and I will spend the remainder of the night to chop trees, gather resources, and bring them here. So we'll pick things up in the morning and start to build the field. The 3x10 field or 5x6, we'll see how it fits. Basically 30 plots. We already got the seeds right. And we will then build the food storage, resource storage, and prepare the mapping of the village. I hope you like this video and you look forward to seeing more. On that note, let's toast to the like and subscribe buttons. I appreciate very much the support. Thank you for watching and see you in the next episode of the Hamlet. Cheers!